So when I was 7 years old, I met Chester the Cheetah, and he told me it ain't easy being cheesy. And then he got really mad at me for some reason. And then that third guy showed up.
Bro, you good?
I don't want to talk about it. What up, guys? It's me, Chef Chess Thomas, also known as Death Course Chef. Now, when I first started the Culinary Chaos series, I knew from the very beginning that we would be hammered with requests to do mac and cheese. So I figured I'd just beat you to it and teach y'all how to make your own custom mac and cheese with this ultimate mac and cheese lesson. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, the original script for this episode, my family got to read it first, and my dad got very upset with the original introduction. So we had to change it to that one. So you're welcome, Dad. I love you. See you in Thanksgiving. Ingredients. Here's what you'll need. 12 ounces of Velveeta cheese, 6 ounces of sharp cheddar cheese, 6 ounces of smoked Gouda cheese, 3 cups of whole milk, 1/4 cup of unsalted butter, 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, salt and pepper to taste, 1/4 teaspoon of mustard powder, 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of smoked paprika, 16 ounces of elbow pasta. Now, mac and cheese was made famous by a slave that Thomas Jefferson owned, which was also his chef. When Thomas Jefferson went to France, he took his chef with him named James Hemings. Now, James Hemings may not have created this dish, but he definitely brought it back to America, and he's the one who made it famous, and he's the reason why we eat it today. Now, this dish was so amazing that James Hemings actually got his freedom on the condition that he teach someone else how to be Thomas Jefferson's chef, which ironically, James made his brother. I don't know if that made his life better or worse, but James did get his freedom from Thomas Jefferson on the condition that he taught someone else how to make this, and that's what happened. We appreciate you bringing this lesson back with you, James Hemings. You may not have created the dish, but you definitely are the one who brought it back to the United States of America, and we appreciate that. And I'm going to teach you guys how to make your own custom version just in time for Thanksgiving. So here we have a bunch of cheese. Which cheeses should I use? Which cheeses go better together? Well, that's up for you guys to decide, but the main thing I want you to focus on is the moisture content of each cheese. You have cheeses with low moisture. Those are your flavored cheeses, such as the sharp cheddar. And then you got your high moisture cheeses, which are like mozzarella, cream cheese, even this Velveeta cheese. Is it real cheese? Not really, but can you still use it? Absolutely. This is your mac and cheese. Make it whatever you want to. If people get mad because you use certain cheeses, don't invite them to your cookout. And then we get into pasta. Which one should you choose? Now, the classic is the elbow pasta. Now, in my opinion, I think the pasta that has the most twist make it a better pasta for mac and cheese because it holds the cheese sauce better. For me, I like choosing the rotoni. However, it's your pasta. It's your mac and cheese. You can use whatever you want. Do you have to make fresh pasta? Absolutely not. Despite what people tell you, the majority of restaurants and chefs use dry pasta. They don't make it fresh every single day. Just letting y'all into the culinary world, just letting you know. Now, when it comes to creating your own custom mac and cheese, you can make it as simple or as complex as you want. If you want really simple, it can be as simple as just boiling some pasta, throwing some pasta water into a skillet, and then melting some cheese on a low heat. Simple, that's all it is. Done. Now, when I created our custom mac and cheese at Deathcore Barbecue, I wanted a mac and cheese that was kind of home style, making it feel like people are, getting a home cooked meal. But I also didn't want it to overshadow the main star of the show, which was our Texas style barbecue. So I came up with like a smoky, meaty flavored style mac and cheese using cheddar cheese and the smoked Gouda as a flavoring cheese, and then a Velveeta cheese as the melting cheese. Full disclosure, I don't really use Velveeta in our mac and cheese at Deathcore Barbecue, but I want to show you guys who are home cooks, not professional chefs, that it's okay to use Velveeta. If you want to use Velveeta, so I'm going to use Velveeta too. In reality, I use some melting cheeses like Colby Jack, mozzarella, American, stuff like that. Do not cook with pre-shredded cheese, guys. It's coated with many preservatives that keep it fresh longer on the shelves of Walmart or wherever you go. And it's got cellulose and stuff in it that causes your cheese sauce to become gritty, and you're not going to like it. It's going to taste bad, and you're going to notice it. And then you're going to question me on how I suck at cooking, even though I told you not to use it, and you did it anyways. And I can't have that. I love you. So go out to the store, buy you some real block cheese, and use a box shredder to shred it, or any other thing you have to shred it. Me, personally, I don't like the idea of having my hand go up and down against a bunch of sharp blades just to get some nice shredded cheese. And that's why I have a machine do it for me. And just like that, we're done. So I bought one of these bad boys. They keep my hands looking pretty and they save me a lot of time. When you guys start getting deeper into your culinary journey, I hope you guys can afford to get one of these as well. They help a lot in my kitchen. In fact, I'm going to make an affiliate link for a lot of the supplies that I use in my kitchen that most households don't even think about getting. Check it out in the link in the description. What we're making is a bechamel cheese sauce, and what that is basically roux, flour, nutmeg, and milk, whole milk, not that 2% bullshit. The bechamel is one of 5 mother sauces in French cuisine, and it's pretty simple to make. What we're gonna do is get our pot to medium heat, and we're gonna make a roux. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take our butter, we're gonna throw it in the pot, let it melt a little bit. So once we get our butter melted, a roux is fat and flour. I do 1-to-1 ratios. So for every cup of fat I got an extra cup of flour. That's how easy a 1-to-1 ratio is. Now that the butter's all melted, we add our flour. And then we're just gonna mix that together, create a roux. Roux-hoo, said Scooby-Doo. And then he was all like, rut-row raggy. And all we're doing here is making sure our fat and our flour are well incorporated. And we're letting the flour cook out so it's not raw flour. We're gonna cook this out for about 5 minutes.
1 pair of pants later.
Now here's the important part about a bechamel. We're gonna add 1/3 of our liquid at a time and just keep on whisking. And what this is gonna do is allow our bechamel sauce and our roux to thicken properly. And we'll allow that milk to get incorporated. And if you notice, our sauce is starting to get thickened. Seems like I planned for that to happen. Good job, me. So as you can see, it's gonna start out very liquidy, but eventually that roux and the milk and then the fat, the butter, the milk is all just gonna come together and you're gonna get this thicker viscosity. And then once you get that thicker viscosity, we're gonna add another 1/3. And just like the last 1/3 that we added, it starts off liquidy. And now we're starting to get the thicker viscosity of it. Slowly but surely getting incorporated. And then, once we get to that proper viscosity like we just talked about, you add your final 1/3. Ain't nothing to guess here, just add the rest of it. And then you just wait for the heat to do its thing, and then the whole milk gets incorporated with the roux, and then you add a little bit of nutmeg, which I'm not gonna do, into this bechamel. And then we're gonna start adding our cheeses. Are you getting my good side?
Is that your good side?
That's a trick question. Every side's my good side, bro. So once you're got the right consistency, the proper consistency of any sauce, basically you want to draw a line through the back and make sure that the line holds and it's not moving, and your sauce is good. Now at this point, we have our bechamel, and we want to start incorporating our cheese. You want to start with the melting cheese. So whatever one has a high moisture, that's the one you want to start with. For us, it's the Velveeta. You want to turn this at a medium low, like a 3 on a scale, like a 3.5 on a scale of 1 to 10. If you turn it up high, your cheese is gonna split, and then you're gonna have like cheese that tastes like sand, and that's gonna be bad. Just a little bit temperature to melt the cheese. That's all you're looking for. And then we're gonna just keep on adding the cheese. Motherfucker. And now before we add our cheese, we're gonna add our seasoning to the bechamel. Just the cayenne, paprika, and mustard powder. The mustard powder will help stabilize your cheese sauce. Now that we have our melting cheeses in, we have the texture that we want, go ahead and add all your flavor cheeses in. These are the cheeses with the low moisture content. Look at this cheese sauce.
Daddy, no!
Daddy, yes!
You ready for dinner, Daddy? Mmm, so cheesy. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I understand that some of you are beginners. However, I don't think I need to teach you how to boil water and make pasta noodles that are already made for you. Fucking salt the water, add the pasta, you're done. It even tells you the time limit on the box to make it al dente. Follow the written instructions. Now crack in some fresh pepper.
Oh, yeah.
And then we just add our salt. And then stir. You made your cheese sauce, you made your noodles. Now just mix them together and throw it into a bowl and serve it up. You're good. And just like that, guys, you got a mac and cheese so good, it'd make you slap your grandma. I'm kidding. Don't do that. Unless she deserves it, then by all means, do what you gotta do. But you didn't hear from me. I ain't going back to prison. Am I liable for that? You can easily become the hero of your next potluck or the enemy of your family members who can't handle dairy products. The choice is yours. Watch your back, Aunt Autumn. And just like that, you guys now know how to make your own mac and cheese. You know what kind of cheeses to look for. You know how to pick your noodles. And you learned how to make one of the 5 mother sauces. That's a pretty good lesson if I say so myself. Maybe now my wife won't leave me. Anyways, I'll see you guys on the next episode. Stay chaotic.